Hello, everybody. Terrible Shoes back at it again. And as you guys might know, a lot of people that are really, really into Pokemon that are around my age, the like 30s ish area, a lot of them will bring up a very specific generation, and that's oftentimes Gen 1. And I have to be real here. I am an absolutely huge Gen 1 fan myself. I have been playing Pokemon since the day Blue version launched here. That's right, I went with blue, not red. I'm sure that there's some Charizard Glazer that's already crying and shaking in their boots after hearing that one. But basically, I think that these two games, as iconic as they are, have really just unfortunately become this disgusting crutch that people who are not, I don't know how to say this without it coming off really gatekeepy and mean. Red and blue are oftentimes used as a crutch by people who aren't actual Pokemon fans or who are actually very new to this hobby as a sort of like, no, like I belong here and this is the proof. And I'm going to explain this. I know it doesn't sound great. I didn't script this out. This is really just my thoughts getting dumped out into a video. But every single time I hear somebody say that they have been a fan of Pokemon since Red and Blue or since Gen 1, they almost 90% of the time are not. And it's very annoying to me because as someone who actually has been here since the day Blue came out, these fakers are always coming here trying to tell you how the hobby should be, how the TCG should be run, how people should be, happy with whatever's happening with Pokemon a lot of the time. Although that's also a lot of the time people will use it for the opposite reason, where they'll tell you that every Pokemon game after Red and Blue were utterly terrible. And that's another really big thing I don't understand why Gen 1 fans say, because it's objectively untrue. Every game that has come out since Red and Blue has improved on the series in some way, shape, or form, whether you like the game or not. And I'm really sorry to go back to the bug-riddled mess that is Gen 1 and literally sit there and play these games and say that, well, you know something? I don't really like these new Gen games, so I'm just going to convince myself that Gen 1 plays, feels, looks, and just is better. And I'm going to be real here. This is completely and objectively untrue. I see people all the time try to use Red and Blue as a reasoning why every game past Gen 3 sucks. I know that sounds a little wonky, but hear me out on this one. I can make a whole nother video on the Hoenn region too, and the people that started there, and just how absolutely annoying they are in this fandom as well. But we're focusing on one subset of people right now. But yeah, a lot of the times people who played Red and Blue, they have this incredibly strange mentality that the series ended after Gen 3 because there was never another good game after that. And I hate it. Because as somebody who objectively thinks that, like I said before, every game has in some way, shape, or form improved the franchise, whether you believe that or not, it is just the truth. Whether they have improved it graphically, gameplay mechanically, it doesn't matter. Red and Blue have been left in the dust, and there's nothing that these Glazers can do at this point. Now, I want to point out here that I have nothing against these two games, and I love them and cherish them, but sometimes you have to take off the nostalgia goggles and realize that they are not the be-all, end-all that we all think they are. There is another common thing that I actually see people compare this to, is when people say that Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game, while the Zelda series has also continued to evolve and push forward in the 3D environment. But I think that's a little bit different, because Ocarina of Time, while it's an older game, it holds up in its own merit very well, and it offers a unique experience outside of Majora's Mask, in my opinion, that you can go back and always enjoy, because all the other Zelda games are very different going forward. When it comes to Pokemon, while yes, every game is different, I feel like if you're going to keep playing the franchise, it makes sense to keep moving forward where the gameplay mechanics have improved. The battle mechanics have improved. And you know something? I'm going to go as far as to say this, but it coming off of the grid that the 2D games had and going into a more open world-ish thing, while it's not great in its current state, it's going to be amazing once they actually get their footing down and make a proper 3D game. That's not to say that I don't think what we have is incredibly bad. Hey, down. Sorry, the dog's trying to jump up on the table for some reason now. Very unlike her. But yeah, all in all, I think Red and Blue are great games. Yellow as well. Let's not forget Yellow version. But I just hate how they are used as this crutch by nostalgia baiters and people who simply cannot move forward and accept that the franchise has improved. That's really it. There was not anything scripted for this video. It's just something that I see all the time online and I wanted to talk about. I just think just Gen 1 Glazers are incredibly strange people a lot of the time, and I just simply don't understand why you feel the need to constantly put your game up on a pedestal when the franchise has plenty of other great games as well, and just simply not accept that. It's weird. Just let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Hit the like button on the video, helps me out a ton. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see what comes out of this one, and thanks for your time today. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'm going to cut it here. It's the end of the video. Peace.